As you begin writing your screenplay, I want you to consider the process and the format that you use for writing the screenplay. You might be tempted to dive in and immediately start writing scenes and dialogue and exploring the action. And I know that's really tempting, but it's actually a bit of a mistake. I want you to pause on that and start by thinking about your log line and your summary and starting to build an outline. And before you jump into those specific scenes, start to outline the beats that will happen in your film, the types of scenes, and the order with which that will occur, and start to build that out first, because that will help you avoid the problem of diving straight in and hitting a roadblock or spending too much time on any one section, or it feeling clunky. So have the discipline to first outline and to continually refine that back and forth and start to share your idea with trusted peers and family members. Now, not everybody's going to give you great feedback, but there are probably one or two, maybe three or four people that you know that you could share this idea with. You could explain what you're trying to accomplish, and you could trust them to give you some constructive criticism as to what feels like it's working and not working. And you can tweak that in the outline form before you ever dive into the screenplay. So when there are problems, and there will be some, you can work on those without having to do this huge overhaul. And then once you find the outline that's working and the best story, then you can start to fill that in with all the scenes that you need and build out your screenplay. And it's going to be a lot stronger. And the interesting thing that's going to happen too when you start to share is people are going to get energy around that. They're going to be rooting for you. If they're not, get rid of them. But if you share with them, most people, they're going to root for you. They're going to get invested. And when you need to tap into that network for the interesting location, for the interesting prop, they're going to be there. They're going to want to help you out. Just like the friend that I had that helped me find the summer camp that led to having access to a bowling alley and a miniature golf course and a whole camp. You're going to find that as well for your film. You know, when I was making Smells Like Community Spirit, there was also a need for, I wanted to have a mascot, like a quirky, funny mascot involved in this miniature golf competition that takes place in the movie. And I didn't want just like a random eagle, like everybody has an eagle mascot, and it's fine, like a wildcat or an eagle, like so many schools have that mascot. I wanted something specifically quirky or fun or interesting. So I was reaching out to my network and saying, got this project I'm working on. I'm looking for anybody that has access to a mascot costume and bonus points if it's something random. And it actually turned out that my sister had access to a mascot kangaroo costume. That was exactly what I was looking for. I was able to utilize that in the film. So again, as you build your outline, share your idea with people, that's going to help you both make it better, receive constructive criticism, reiterate, keep working on it, massaging it in the outline form before you start to write it. Then actually get into the deep dive of writing the screenplay, and at the same time, you've leveraged that network of people that are now enthusiastic about your project and enthusiastic to help. And one other note about making that outline first and building that out, you know, even once you have your screenplay written, if you're looking for a producing partner, or if you're looking for a studio to pick this up, or maybe there's an indie producer out there that you think might be interested in your screenplay and you want their help and you don't want to try to do it on your own, just so you know, most of the time, if not all the time, when producers and distributors and studios, when they receive a submission, their first move is not to read the screenplay. It's first to look at the title and the log line. Is the log line good? Is it short? Is it concise? Is it interesting? Does it have a twist of irony in it? They look at that first. Then they're going to look at the summary. You know, maybe it's a paragraph, 3, 5, 6, 7 sentences about your feature film. Is that interesting? Then they're going to want to look at a treatment, you know, 1, 2, 3 pages. This is basically the outline of the film. They're going to want to see that. If that passes the test, then they'll engage with the screenplay. So you need to be thinking about that as well. If you want to submit, you're going to have to do that work anyway of building a great log line and a summary and a treatment along with your screenplay to submit to that producer or distributor for consideration.